Here's something really simple, vegetarian, super seasonal, something to have in the fridge to snack on or to serve at a dinner party. This is Delica Pumpkin Hummus. First thing we're going to do is take these beautiful pumpkins that are actually Italian, just cut that through, and take a spoon, and we're going to scrape out all of these seeds. Now, keep these seeds, dehydrate them, and then plant them in the garden, and they will grow beautiful pumpkins next year. I do that all the time. I love these. I tend to score them just so we can get the olive oil to penetrate into the flesh. Okay, so there's our pumpkin. We're going to add to that a few things. Firstly, we're going to add some of this Vadouvan spice, Indian style spices from the southern France. So these add so much beautiful warm flavor to the pumpkin. It's fantastic. Some rock salt in there as well. I'm going to split one chili between the two of them. Plenty of olive oil. You can do this with all sorts of squash. I like the spices. Just use a nice normal curry spice if you don't have Vadouvan spice, but if you haven't tried Vadouvan spice, you should, because it's beautiful. This wants to go into a nice hot oven, 200 degrees, for about 30 minutes and cool right down, just like that. There's that pumpkin that's been cooked. It's had about 40 minutes actually in the end. The garlic's nice and soft now. We've also got chickpeas, got a bit of tahini as well. And all we need to do is add the chickpeas to the blender, squeeze that garlic in, that's really important. You can also use this with, you can make it with butternut squash if you can't find these amazing pumpkins. Just scrape it off the skin. We've got our lovely pumpkin in there as well. We've got our chickpeas in there. It needs a really good olive oil in there, lots of olive oil. That's going to emulsify and give you that beautiful texture. We've got our garlic in there as well, our lovely roasted garlic. I'm going to add a little drop of orange juice. It's really nice to sort of offset and give a bit of acidity to it. Also into it, I'm going to add some pumpkin seed oil. This is a really nice product if you can get hold of this. It has a really dark, molasses looking colour to it, super dark, and it's got that beautiful pumpkin flavour, slightly bitter, but I really love it. And no hummus is quite right without some tahini. So we're going to put in a nice bit of tahini in there. This recipe will be on my monthly newsletter for the month of December. So if you look out for that and subscribe to the newsletter, you will see this recipe in there. I'm going to use a Thermomix because we've got them in the restaurant. They're great blenders and they work brilliantly. But equally, if you just have a normal standard blender at home, this will give you that finish. And a hummus doesn't need to be silky smooth. It can have a little bit of texture. That's absolutely fine. Any blender, get it in. As long as everything's room temperature, it will come up beautifully and make a beautiful hummus for you. Here's that lovely hummus. We're just going to pop that on the plate like that. What a lovely thing to dip into some nice flatbreads and stuff, make a well in there. I'm going to finish that with a little bit of this lovely pumpkin seed oil again. Super for the season. A couple of cob nuts, little Kentish cob nuts that have been peeled. And of course, some nice charred flatbreads to finish that. That is my Delica squash and pumpkin seed hummus. Enjoy.